Reasons why Harry Potter star Rupert Grint is nowhere to be seen. Rupert Grint played Ron Weasley in all the Harry Potter movies, and he's probably one of the most well-known actors there is. But after leaving Harry Potter because it was all over, people thought that he would rise to stardom and become even more popular, but things didn't exactly go that way. And so in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at reasons why Harry Potter star Rupert Grint hasn't really been seen too much. But before we get into it, please leave a like and subscribe with notifications on, because if you do, you could get a shout out. But with that being said, let's get into it. So as I said, Rupert Grint is known for playing Ron, which I'm sure all of you know that. However, unlike his co-stars Emma Watson and Daniel Radcliffe, he hasn't really been making that much of a name for himself since Harry Potter ended. He has appeared on a few things, but he's kept his head down, appearing in mainly voiceover work for the years after Harry Potter. For example, in 2014, he showed off his pipes voicing Josh, a video game-obsessed guy in Postman Pat, the movie. The film received mixed reviews, with critics overwhelmingly praising the voice actor's performances, but felt the plot was too complicated and scary for children, which was the main target audience, The Hollywood Reporter wrote. Being in movies with bad reviews is never good for an actor. Saying that though, Rupert is still one of the most famous people in the world. Let's not forget that. But he keeps his private life under the radar, and he doesn't really express many of his opinions anywhere. For example, he's been dating actress Georgia Groom since 2011, but nobody knew about it until just over a year ago. Also, did you know that Rupert Grint actually owns an ice cream truck? He bought it after the Harry Potter series ended because, at a young age, he was very ambitious about being an ice cream man. He never actually got a license, so he couldn't actually sell his products, but he gave away the free ice cream and he said that he loved it. And it was also his first car that he learned to drive in, which is seriously insane. I mean, it sounds pretty great, but who learns to drive in an ice cream truck? Anyway, enough of that. Back onto why we haven't seen too much from him. There's actually a point where Rupert wanted to quit acting altogether, and he was really considering it after the Harry Potter chapter in his life was over. He said in an interview with Entertainment in 2017, "We had a bunch of intimate and intense few years in this bubble. When I started, acting was never anything that I aspired to do. I fell in love with it while I was doing it, but I definitely did think, is this really what I want to do? I wanted to live a little bit." He added more things to the statement, saying that he wanted to enjoy his life and just be free. So that's one reason why we haven't really seen too much of him in the main spotlight, because he just wanted to be a little bit freer and to do what he wanted to do. Back in 2011, Rupert Grint starred as an obsessive Ed Sheeran stalker in the singer's Lego House music video. It was quite hilarious, to be honest, because at the time they looked extremely similar, and they had an uncanny resemblance. Years later, people still confuse the redhead Brits, but who can blame them? They are very similar. Rupert even said that whenever a fan comes up to him because they think that he's Ed Sheeran, he just plays along, which is quite hilarious, to be honest. Anyway, going back to his acting, when he finally did hit the big screen in 2013 after Harry Potter, it wasn't anything that magical. Into the White was only a limited release, and it received mixed reviews due to its slow pace, predictable plot, and its overall bland nature. He's been in many other movies that haven't really received many good reviews, so that has put him in a bit of a bad spot. There's also the fact that in 2013, he signed onto a project that would potentially turn him into a television star in America. He was supposed to play in CBS's pilot for Super Clyde, a comedy about a nerdy food service worker who becomes an unlikely superhero. But it turns out that the show actually moved forward without him. In the eyes of pop culture, this isn't exactly great. As well as this, Rupert has always been focused on charity work, and as an example, in 2011 he began working with Cancer Research UK. He told the Birmingham Mail that it was a privilege to work with the charity's Little Star Awards, which he called a fantastic way of recognizing the bravery and courage of all children and their families who've been affected by cancer. And in 2014, he became an ambassador for the Starlight Children's Foundation, which grants wishes to sick children. So although we haven't really seen much of Grint in the spotlight, he has been a superhero of sorts, helping charities and trying to spread awareness. To end off the video, why not talk about how Grint is turning things around for himself and his career in acting? In 2017, he scored 2 major TV roles, as he starred as hustler Charlie Cavendish in Crackle's crime drama, Snatch. And he expanded his resume by serving as an executive producer on the series as well. He also landed the role of insurance rep Daniel Glass in the black comedy Sick Note. Fans also got to enjoy Grint's performance as Inspector Chrome in 2019, as he played in The ABC Murders. He also scored a major role as Julian Pierce in M. Night Shyamalan's psychological thriller series Servant on Apple+. So it seems as though his career is finally back on track, which is great. But there we have it. Reasons why Harry Potter star Rupert Grint is nowhere to be seen. But if you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe with notifications on, but we will see you in the next one.